Hello, Blast Process viewers, and quite unexpectedly for me, and for, well, you, because you're watching this now, here we are at Big Chief Studios in the reservation with Mark. Yeah, the big honcho himself.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, the big cheese. Big
That's
Gorgonzola.
the big cheese chief.
Yeah, big cheese. And literally, we have got a whole smorgasbord, keeping the cheese ideas going, of things. And we're going to go through them all. Possibly in several episodes, but we'll see how it ends. What can we say? He's
finally here. Yeah, well, almost here. Everyone's been waiting for him for a good old while, and various hindrances and delays for well over a year in on top of other issues, obviously with pandemics and everything aside. He is finally en route, and we know a lot of people have been really eager for him. So our third Doctor, Mr. John Pertwee, who comes standing in his gorgeous costume with his lovely cape that everybody has been dying to get hold of. Figure has turned out absolutely beautiful. We're really excited for people to get this one. As you may, some of your viewers might be aware, we sent some over to Matt Toffolo to actually review as well, and he's actually reviewed the piece as well, and it's come out absolutely beautifully, exactly what we wanted to. Nice paint job.
Yeah, just notice there's little toggles.
Absolutely, yeah. You can actually toggle it. It's difficult, but you can do it, and it's got the embroidery and everything as well on the cape and on the coat, of course. So there's a lot of detail in this particular piece. The tie can be sort of redone and done up. I know a couple of people have said about they might do it in a particular way and things like that. So, but all the accessories, obviously the various guns and remote control for Bessie, the sonic screwdriver, the crystal, magnifying glass, and of course the incentive lovely giant maggots. If you bought these ones and you either paid by monthly payment plan or paid in full. We've got these delightful looking widgety grub things. So yeah, they're, he is, and of course there'll be the signature with Katie Manning as Joe Grant as well. So it comes in the usual. Sorry,
it's all right.
The usual box, but obviously there's the commemorative edition is highlighted with the gold foil detailing, the logos and what have you. And the regular limited edition one, if you bought that one or you bought through a third-party retailer, such as Sideshow or any other number of other retailers, will have the silver foiling and the Gallifreyan edging border down on the side as well. So, but other than that, the packaging is the same. It's just denoted by obviously the difference in the foil, and of course the commemorative is limited to 500 pieces.
Yeah, I can see. Look at the accessories and the detailing of them. The little stripy line around the Sonic.
Yeah, that's it. The paintwork. This factory that we're now using and we've been using for a while. They did the Live and Let Die, and they're getting better and better and better all the time. Some of you guys might know some of the other collections that they've done as well, and they're working on the Pink Panther figure, the Peter Sellers figure at the moment, and I believe they're doing the John Wayne one as well, which have been done. So they're a very good company, and they really have. I mean, the detailing and how it's more like it's the neatness, it's the quality of the neatness of all the lines and the paint finish.
I mean, the actual screen's got depth
really
to it.
Yeah, it's really good. Well, so that was Greg's first comment, because obviously he's very picky about all the paint, and he gets him quite upset when we send really quite detailed paint. Information, what have you off, and then they send back, and it's invariably
so
not
just
as
a
nice.
blob. Yes.
Yeah, not as nice.
Yeah.
You kind of expect it to a degree. There's always some loss into interpretation, but they've done a lovely job.
That watch face has actually got I can see it's depth to it with the actual glass on the front.
Yeah,
clear resin.
They've done a really nice job, as I say. Everything about it, the costume, the finishing on it. I think people will generally be very happy. I'm hoping anyway that they're going to. Obviously, we want you to be happy.
Yeah.
But it's a lovely figure.
Yeah, little sea devil gun.
Yeah, it's. I always think that looks like a big magnet. I don't just it's thunk, or one of those things for climbing up in the old 70s. Something they climb up the outside of the building with the big suckers.
I always thought the CDL was doing some sort of horse impression. Get two, clop with them.
Could be that.
I mean, you do some baking, you get. But they're just nice. It's delightful. There's something about big things made small that can be just delightful in its own little way.
Yeah.
The popularity of dolls' houses. It's just,
I should also add that the bases have been improved as well. You might notice, I don't know if some of your viewers might see, but they're actually being given more of a matte finish. So it's less of the sort of plasticky shiny finish. We had the tooling kind of sandblasted because we didn't want it to have that shiny finish. But also, whereas previous releases have had a single cell battery, these now have 2 cell batteries in them, so it makes the light a lot brighter. I don't know actually if this one's got any batteries in. Oh, it has.
well, yeah.
So it makes the light a lot brighter, which is a lot nicer. So that should be a big improvement for people as well. So,
And the colour sort of matches the crystal.
yeah, it's nice. As I say, it's really. It's just an improvement to try and make things. We've always been aware of the fact that there seem to have recent releases have gotten duller, and we're kind of what's going on? Is your wiring getting worse? So we've really worked on changing that and improving it because we're very mindful of the fact that they've not been as bright as they should be. So, but yeah, they're quite cool. It's a nice thing.
But not only have you got the third Doctor arriving, we've also got
the 13th Doctor as well.
So a big jump cut now to go to the other end of the table. And here we are, we've moved up the table, trying not to look at the other stuff, okay? And we've got the 13th here. And we've still got Mark, who's going to take us through the 13th.
Oh, yeah.
And its box.
Absolutely. Yeah, so again, eagerly awaited by a number of Doctor Who fans, the 13th Doctor figure. Start off, I guess, as we may as well, with the packaging, which Neil's just pointed out doesn't look anything in essence like the traditional packaging that we've done, in so much as this one's on a mirror board, a reflective mirror board. The reason for which is, for those people who collect Doctor Who will know the differences between the two looks for the classic, which tends to be more blue and silver, and the 13th Doctor, the new era Doctor, which tends to have a lot more colour in it, and obviously almost kind of has the rainbow colours within it, sort of thing. So we wanted the packaging to reflect that sort of brighter look to things, and particularly with the art on the back, where you've got very bright colours in the sky and the nebula sort of thing behind her, and she's all sort of lit up, kind of almost picking up on the rainbow there that she wears on her shirt. So again, but there are some common touches that keep the thing throughout. So we've got the Gallifreyan, the logos and everything in the same areas for all intents and purposes. And then you get, with this one, you do get the, it's actually a dual cover with this one. It's turned out as a dual one, in so much as you have the TARDIS. So you have a TARDIS backdrop there that you can pop behind her if you want, like so. And you can obviously fold the things back if you wanted the other way. And then the other one being obviously the interior of the console room, the control room. So we have that as well, and again, if you want to, of course, you can pop it on display like so. There. And then the figure itself, let's move that down there if we can. The figure itself comes with 2 heads, as I was explaining earlier. Just very, very quickly, this head was based on the original set of reference materials that we received when we first started work on the 13th. And whilst it's a nice, good, solid representation of the actress, when we got to see her portray the Doctor, we felt it lacked any real emotion or any of the character. And we wanted to convey that, so we asked whether we could actually tweak and redo the head, which is what we've ended up obviously with the new version, where we feel it's much more, even though it's only slight tweaks, just an upturn of the lip there, the way that the hair's been changed slightly, it's a little bit more of a solid sort of look at of the actress as the Doctor, rather than a little bit more of a serious, because her portrayal of the Doctor has been a lot more sort of joyful and very happy for the most part. So we wanted to kind of capture that, and hopefully the fans will agree with that when they get hold of her.
Yeah,
and I'm just making a right. There we go.
Yeah.
I've got a pedal pusher stuck on the display. Sorry about that. There we go.
Well, sculpts are quite subjective, and I know what you're saying, because this is a very straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no.
It's very neutral.
Neutral.
It's just neutral, isn't it? Because the thing is, in this, like, 0.5 millimetre is worth a yard. You know what I mean? When you're taking something down that's this big to this big, you're kind of going, well, we've got to capture the essence of that performance. And as we were saying earlier, trying to do real expressive expressions sometimes can be counterproductive, because you can have something, you could put a big toothy grin, and it just doesn't look right, and it's only good for like one pose, you know. And so you've got to kind of find that happy marriage between, you know, a real nice expression, which we'll come on to later with these guys that are in the background here, but where we've got sort of, you know, a serious and a more a bit more happier, joyful expression, but without, you know, having the big toothy grin and them looking a bit odd and uncomfortable. But the costume itself has obviously been a lot of detail, a lot of attention applied to this one in terms of the little rainbow finishing here,
the
trim
braiding,
on the jacket. She actually does come packaged, even though we specifically sort of specified we wanted her in the original blue sweater with the rainbow kind of stripes on it. They actually packaged her in the pink, so if you want to put the blue on, you'll just need to swap that over. But a lot of people, I'm sure, will be happy with the pink sweater that she wears as well.
It's a good contrast against the lining of the coat.
Yeah, it's nice. It does make for that, which is really good. So yeah, but there's a good detailing in it. She's got her braces on, obviously, as well. So she's got those. She's got the socks, the sort of almost more of boot sock type of things tucked into her boots there. And there is wire, of course, as normal in the surround of the bottom of the coat, so you can kind of get some action and flair if you want to sweeping up it into a pose, you know,
some
with
life.
a Sonic. Absolutely. And then they have, of course, she has the two Sonics. She has the lit Sonic and the unlit Sonic. Which one's that one? That would be the unlit one. So she's got those as well. She comes with a little sidekick paper wallet, as per the other Doctors. Her, obviously, multitude of hands for the different poses. Her alternate sweater. She comes with the fez, with the little tassels on them as well. And the Kablam box that the fez arrived in, which arrives flat packed, and you just have to, at the bottom here, there's like a little bit of tape, and you can just peel the tape off and literally just assemble it like that. So you get the Kablam box, and you also have the little help me note. So there we go, get it the right way. So you get the little help me note as well. So that's all included in the box. And of course the pating, the little the joyful little fella that eats his way through metal and
Dr. Hugh Gremlin.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, all and sundry sort of thing. So he's a nice little thing to have. And again, with her, we had the dual battery improvement and the more matted finish. And again, the light. But with this one, we've gone with the amber LEDs to reflect the interior of the obviously her control room, and the amber crystals of the sonic screwdriver.
There was definitely an amber and blue theme going on in there.
Yeah. Well, again, it's another point of difference. It's quite nice because this one we've got some people obviously have already pre-ordered the Fourth Doctor Definitive, and we'll come on to these guys shortly. But this has almost ended up like a definitive version of the 13th, which is nice because you've got the two heads, you've got a more neutral expression, you've got the slight smile on the actual head that we have on the Doctor at the moment. They're relatively easy as well to swap over, so as well, just a simple pull.
I'm going to say, though, in support of this pose, it's very nice. You look at it and you just get the angle, and the light is bouncing off the eyes. It's
if you look at it as well, there's a lot
lifelike.
of nice complexion as well, the little details, sort of just the skin complexion, the tones in. They've done a lovely job, and on the hair as well, because blonde hair is always a difficult one to get in figures, as I'm sure you're aware.
There's depth in it because you can see the multicolours in the thing.
Well, you either end up being bright yellow Luke Skywalker, collector figure, little figure that we all had as kids, or
bright yellow or the brown one,
or they just give up and just paint it brown, so we'll can't do blonde. So
there's a delicacy of the eyebrows as well.
Yeah, again, if you have a look under the magnifying glass, you'll see how they've done. They've really done a nice job, and just the glossing on the lip, the lips just to give it that little bit more realism as well. So yeah, they're lovely. They're both really, really nice pieces, nice heads. But we think that if it was myself posing it, that would be the head that I would have on her.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be really cool.
And these are production samples as well.
These are production samples. These are genuine production samples. They're not pre-production, not prototypes, nothing like that.
So,
and obviously, Jodie Whittaker, of course, is signed as well. So we have the plaque. Actually, should have got one of those down. Could have showed you that. So we have those as well that are all going to be. But we do the packing of them here because of the risk of sending that out to the audience and them disappearing.
Yes.
We haven't had that happen yet, touch wood, but we'd rather be on the safe side of that.
Right, so that is obviously the 3rd and 13th. And with that, you're going to go into part 2.
Segue.
Yes. So, see you, on the next video. Bye all.